And welcome back.
Yep, now we begin our long, hard journey as fugitives.
Which basically means a dungeon marathon, because there's no better way to pad out a game.
Yeah.
I don't think there's even anything really important in between each dungeon aside from a small cutscene where Cynical basically tries to reassure himself and, postpone the inevitable suicide.
Yeah. By the way, you see those people talking about they're gonna catch you. You will never run into another team in this dungeon, which I think would have been a cool addition if you did occasionally run into a team.
Yeah, that would have been a really cool, put some mini bosses like him to make these dungeons feel a little bit less boring.
Especially you can tell Lapis Cave isn't very important because it has the generic dungeon music, the same one as Mount Steel, Thunderwave Cave. And I think Sinister Woods.
Thunderwave Cave had generic music. I thought Thunderwave Cave had something special.
Oh wait, no, Mount Steel had its own thing. Mount Steel was Mount Steel had a horrible soundtrack, at least on Red.
Oh right. That was the one with the GBA sound chip rape. Yeah. How long are each of these dungeons?
Lapis Cave is like 14 floors, I believe.
Oh Christ! And how many of these are there again?
There's there's Mount Blaze, which is also in this video, and then there's going to be 2 ice dungeons. So I think that's 4. There might be more, I'm not sure.
Do you ever actually end up fighting the Alakazam, Charizard, Tyranitar team? I don't remember.
No.
That's so disappointing. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Even as like an auxiliary battle, I thought it would be cool to absolutely whoop their ass and turn that whole and debunk the whole myth of melting mountains for dirt.
Yeah, you can actually in the dojo you later on you unlock teams to fight, like that Blastoise team.
You can completely put down every other team and assert your dominance over the entirety of Pokemon Square.
Yes. Also, luckily I had a Pecha Berry there.
Whoa.
Oh,
there really is no better way to pad out this game, but like, Christ. Is there any major boss after all of these?
Well, Mount Blaze has a pretty interesting one.
I'm trying to remember. Groudon?
You saw Zapdos before, what do you think?
Sorry, it's been too long since I played this. This is basically where the entire game sort of draws a blank for me, because I really just try to forget this part. It was just so boring.
Yeah. I like the concept that you're...
Yeah, the concept is cool, but it's not really... Nothing's really done with it. It's just like, it's just made for filler. They could have done a lot of more stuff with it, like with the whole team, fighting teams along the way like you proposed. But, like, think about it. You must be, like, the best team ever, considering, like, all these other fugitives you see in the game are really easy to catch up to and whatnot, just sort of wandering in one dungeon.
Well, yeah, there are outlaws in the second game, and they're just sort of moseying around a certain dungeon. Just sort of minding their own business, and then you're an awesome bounty hunter, and then you just take in and grab them. Apparently, the original game has the only competent fugitives in the whole series. You.
I wonder. I wish that would be a sort of neat thing if in the second game I know that it takes in like really different time, really different land, but I wish it would be quite cool to go after. To be like at one point notified that the people you play as in this game are fugitives in the second game.
Yeah.
They're passively mentioned or something. I always like little continuity things like that.
Well, yeah, the second game literally there's like no continuity. Like they don't mention any of the events of the original at all.
There just conveniently happens to be another Pokemon civilization that is uncannily similar to the one here.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't get why people think that the Wigglytuff in that game was the same Wigglytuff here. I mean, they both say Yumta a lot, but.
Well, maybe he just thought there'd be more work from elsewhere, and he realized his true potential as goddamn God, but whatever.
Yeah. Yumta!
I'm still disappointed in the fact that you can't beat the crap out of everyone on Pokemon Square in this game, though, when you're running away.
Yeah.
I always kind of wish that, not even as a fugitive, but, just during some time mid-gameplay, you could use your attacks on the overworld of Pokemon, just, innocent people.
It's just annoy them, like you could in a Pokepark?
Yeah, basically. Knock them into rivers, watch them drown.
Watch the world burn.
Exactly.
That sure was a hard floor right there, 14F. Also, this is the generic danger music.
Where the hell? How did they find us? What? Where'd they come from?
The hell did they expect us to stop and wait for them? That's one of the few funny parts of the
Gasp,
game.
gasp. We walked a whole total 2 feet.
Also, yep. This is where only the hardcore chase us.
You know, this is why we watch Dora. We can't go through it. Let's just go around it. God damn. Why do we have to go absolutely through it? I mean, that's like incredibly foreboding.
Well, it's to stop them from chasing us.
I guess.
I imagine Bellsprout's been chasing us this whole time.
Yes. Pokemon the stealth game.
Roar! Tromp, tromp. Like they're saying. I don't think they're saying that. Tromp, 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 tromp. Shut the fuck up,
Rabble, 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 rabble.
There's just this one annoying Pokemon who's making out all the noises.
Like the guy who did all the sound effects for Star Wars, Pokemonized.
Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty much. I'm not sure if it's your first, but it's definitely the most challenging dungeon to date. Also, you saw there for a brief second there you have an option to grind before this in Rock Path, which is just a filler dungeon that has no point. It's a sub dungeon really that you can just go on.
I think I actually fell for it, as it seems you quite like this theme, Neo, because you actually overlaid the music this time.
Yep. I fucking love Mount Blaze's theme. It's so foreboding.
Actually, I get strangely enough, I get a somewhat Kirby vibe from this theme.
For some reason, I couldn't help but think of Bowser's theme and those Bowser level themes in 64 and the other games. Like how that's how I call it, 64 in the other games.
Yeah, I like how we can just casually chillax next to some lava, not like.
Oh, by the way, lava is a terrain that only fire types can walk on.
Well, you know, it's really, really weird when you consider. I mean, yeah, okay, maybe the fire types can survive the heat portion of lava, but lava still is an incredibly heavy liquid. You know, even if a fire Pokemon falls into that, couldn't they like get crushed if they go too deep? Would they be able to even breathe under there?
I don't know. Well, you don't go under. You just kind of walk on it like so you're fucking.
I wonder how they.
You're the Jesus of lava.
Exactly. See,
which is why whenever in the post game, if I ever went here, I would like to bring an all fire team just to fucking cheese the dungeon.
But you know, but isn't like flying type essentially the best?
Yeah, flying type can also go like all fire and flying here. You can just essentially cheese the dungeon by just going over all the terrain. And also, I think ghosts can go through walls. I'm not sure.
I think ghosts can like just cross over every kind of terrain, which is, come on, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Ghost type master race, basically.
Yes. So potentially Gengar should be chasing you, because Gengar, if he wasn't a coward.
Yeah, I know, right? You think Gengar would actually be a totally kick-ass bounty hunter? Why did he even want to take over the world like a retard? You know, he has the ability to walk through walls and stuff. Couldn't he just become ultimately the best person ever? I mean, when you think about it, in the logic of the game, in the logic of like the anime and stuff, the ghost types really are the best. They have power over life and death. God damn it!
I mean, fucking Gengar and Hunter and Ghastly could bring Ash back to life, brought him back to life by bringing his ghost back.
And they can go through walls, and they can transform into things, as you know, a la Maiden's Peak.
Yeah.
But like
that Ghastly could very well take over the world himself. Oh, here's a Kecleon shop mid dungeon. Yeah, basically, they're just rugs where there are items on. You can leave items to sell them.
God forbid you accidentally pick up an item and don't pay for it.
Yeah,
God
also
forbid.
Watch this. I picked it in the link box. Cyndaquil picks it up. Alright, let's try this again. Put down the link box. Cyndaquil picks it up.
One of my friends actually managed to recruit a Kecleon.
Yeah, oh, you need a special item that ups the, what is it? Fucking recruit rate, and then you have to kill him, and if you're lucky, you'll recruit him.
I remember once I accidentally did that, and the guy OKO'd me with a freaking Shadow Sneak. Shadow Sneak, of all things, just wrecked me. Like,
well, this is in the second. This is in the second game.
Yeah, in the second.
Because Shadow Sneak didn't exist in
right, no, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Wow, another one.
Yeah, I ignore it because fuck that. There's a method. If you have the orb that warps you right to the stairs, you can take them all, engage in battle, and just warp to the stairs.
Well, see, because when I did that by accident, I stepped off the rug. He just attacked me instantly. Didn't even give me a chance to do anything.
Yeah. And yeah, here is the sub dungeon. Oh, the peak. I don't like the peak's music as much. Also, it's very short, so I didn't speed it up.
Oh my god, are you sure you're gonna be able to commentate over all of this?
Yeah.
Non-sped up footage? Whoa.
It instantly saps our commenting ability. It's our only weakness.
Yeah, I see what you mean. This theme already doesn't really fit this kind of an area. I see more of like a underground aquatic sort of area, if anything. Not really a mountainous lava area.
There isn't even any lava at the peak, I think. And the peaks are usually defined by very small rooms and long hallways.
And of course, you know, stronger Pokemon.
Yeah. Firo can't do shit. And look, we're already at the boss.
Well, let's have a picnic.
So, I wonder who the boss is.
Okay. Really, though, like... So, I don't get why it would be Moltres. Honestly, I think Groudon would make more sense.
No, Groudon's already in this game. He's later on. Why would Groudon be on top of a volcano? You think that's kind of small for him?
Well, why do you think Rayquaza's in the middle of a retarded lake and...
And Brawl,
Nintendo.
that's Brawl. Who cares about Brawl?
I know, but it's still Nintendo, therefore canon. Shut up.
Yeah.
Wow, he's been alone for so long, he's come up with all this poetry.
Yeah.
Let me share you my poetry. Do you absolutely wreck him with Thunder Attack?
He's actually probably the most formidable boss yet, just because he actually does give me some trouble.
Whoa.
Always throw something at first, never just walk up. Yeah, and I do anticipate Articuno being not as challenging. By the way, spoilers, Articuno.
Oh wow, I wouldn't have guessed that. We already fought 2 of the legendary birds. Imagine if Articuno poor guy just got shelved at the last second.
Alright. It's really awkward giving items to people. I mean, why can't you just use it on Cyndaquil from the menu?
Too extreme.
Also, all those agilities,
enough,
goddamn. I thought I was boned at this point because of all those agilities. Yeah, he wasted Reviver Seed. Yeah, if you have enough Reviver Seeds, it's not going to be a problem.
Damn, he's got a lot of health.
Yeah. Oh, thank God that missed. Alright.
So did you guys like my poetry? God, imagine how insulting it must be to be a legendary Pokemon who gets the crap beaten out of him by 2 Pipsqueaks.
Yeah. I believe you. No problem.
You're cool. Anyone who beats the crap out of me is cool.
You're cool. You're aight.
I'm just really mad because Smogon put me in NU. I like to know where all that lava is falling back to. I like to think that the teams are just climbing up after us, you know, the braver teams, and then just get, like, slathered in lava from Moltres.
Well, it's a crater. It's not... Well, actually, later on it was shown that it was floating down. Flooding down. Flowing.
Oh, by the way, can you tell your bro Articuno not to attack us, please?
Do they even know each other?
I would assume they would, you know each other, considering that they are part of the same.
Well, going by 2000, they fucking hate each other.
Oh, I guess that's true. Some family issues there.
Yeah. That was key. Alright, thanks for pointing that out. Fucking cunt punter.